Welcome back to Thursday's installment of Move and Meditate. My name is Jewel, and this is a series sponsored by the Fibromyalgia Care Society of America. I don't know why I feel like I trip up on fibromyalgia every time I try to say it when I announce the full title of this program. But welcome. I'm the founding owner of Gratitude Griot, and so grateful to be here for as long as the FCSA will allow me to host this series. So I hope that this stream finds you well wherever you're joining us in the world. I like to say it every week or twice a week now, but drop a line down below in the comment section and let us know where in the world are you joining us from. So I wanted to pose a question out there for you all. I've shared before that I've been living with lupus for 25 years. I know a lot of people that follow the FCSA page, you all are also living with fibro or some other type of autoimmune illness. And so I was just curious. I'm noticing for myself, and I have been noticing since the beginning of quarantine, I leave my house sparingly, really only for essentials, so post office occasionally, grocery store twice a month, and then sometimes I have to run to the bank. But I noticed that when I go out to do those errands, I feel so drained when I get back home and I have to log out of everything and my day is just done. I need to rest for the rest of the day. So I'm curious, is anyone else out there in the world experiencing that? You might run out to do a quick errand or grab an essential and then you really feel like you need to rest for the rest of the day. And then are you taking that time to honor that and to rest? At the beginning of quarantine orders, I know I was really resistant to taking that extra rest, but now I'm starting to plan ahead and just know that if I do a grocery store run or bank run in the morning, then I clear out my whole calendar and I know that the rest of the day I'm going to put my feet up and enjoy some nice self-care and self-healing. So leave a comment below. We would love to see where you're at, how you're doing with running your errands, and then how does your body and your mentals feel afterwards when you get back home. For today's practice, we are going to focus a little bit on the tools that we can use to kind of ground ourselves and bring ourselves back down if we do have to step out and take on the energy of the world. And so this practice will be really good for those days that we have to run out and run an essential errand and then need to come back home and kind of decompress and release anything that built up from the day. So, yes, Wendy, thank you for sharing that. Wendy is over here saying on Facebook that she feels guilty if she doesn't keep going. And I've struggled with that feeling as well, like in my head, like, no, Julie, you have a to-do list a mile long. You can't just sit and rest. You have to do this. But the reality is, unless we rest and we refresh our minds and our bodies, then what kind of quality are we bringing to any of the tasks or even to our family and our relationships if we don't take that time to kind of rest and let the stress of whatever essential errand that we had to run. Thank you, Wendy. I appreciate you sharing that in real time and us being able to have a little bit of dialogue. So we love it when you comment in live, real time, even if it's just to say hello, like Ray over there on Instagram. We love that. And so, yeah, please continue to interact with us in real time. And if you're watching the stream later, we'll shoot a note back too. So we are going to get started with our movement practice. So make your way to your comfortable seat or lying down. You do not have to be sitting up to do this practice with us. Sometimes it feels really nice if you have had a long day to just listen and be present and maybe not do so much movement. So take just a few breaths, just beginning to ground yourself in your space in preparation for our practice. And on your out breath, we'll just start with the movement of the neck. So just go ahead and turn to look over right shoulder. Bring your head back to center and turn to look over left shoulder. Head comes back to center as you drop right ear over to your right shoulder. And come back to center. Hey, Jen. And then drop left ear over to left shoulder. Come back to center. Gently gaze up towards the ceiling. And then look down towards the floor. We'll flow through that one more time. Just turning to look over right shoulder. Come back to center. Turn to look over left shoulder. Come back to center as you drop right ear over to right shoulder, taking the side stretch in your neck. And come back to center. Take opposite ear over to your opposite shoulder. And come back to center, gently looking up towards the ceiling. And then exhale to look down. Bring your head back to center. Start to roll your shoulder blades backwards to open up your chest. Twisting from your core. Take a few gentle twists side to side depending on how much space you have in your practice space. You might be able to swing your arms a little bit. And I have a ton of space between my flowers and my door, so. Come on back to center, resting your palms on your lap, stretching your head, neck, and chest forward. We'll take some seated cat-cows for those that are familiar with yogi speak. And then exhale, round your back, tuck your chin in, drop your belly in. So we are flexing and extending through our spine. Inhale to lift and stretch forward. Feel a little stretch in your low back. Exhale as you round the shoulders, tuck your chin in. Feel the upper back stretch and expand. Take a few more rounds like that. Inhaling to lift and lengthen towards your screen. Exhale, make a C curve with your spine. Last round, inhale to lift and lengthen forward. Exhale, round. Come back to center and stillness. One more time, take 3 rounds of just regular breath. You don't have to breathe in any special way. Maybe noticing if your breath is any different, any deeper, now that we've done a little work to release tension in our necks, our shoulders, and our chests. And if it feels okay, just lower your gaze completely, looking down towards the floor, or maybe closing your eyes all the way if you're in a safe space. And just notice the sensations of your feet. Maybe the soles of your feet are on the floor, depending on how you're sitting. Maybe the sides of your feet are on the floor if you're in a seated cross leg. Maybe your heels are grounding into something and your toes fluttering in the air because you're lying on your back. Just notice where your feet are at in space. Allowing them to energetically ground you into wherever you are. On your inhale, take a deep breath, filling up with light. Exhale, breathe out to release. Take a nice full inhale. Exhale to let go. On your next inhale, think about something you need. Maybe it's a little bit more energy, a little bit more love, a little bit more self-care or laughter. And then exhale. Inhale, breathe in everything that you need. Exhale to release all that doesn't serve you. Just let it go. Maybe that's worry, anxiety, fear, stress. Inhale, filling up with all the goodness. Exhale, just release all the bad-ish. Take one more round of breath like that. And exhale, just release, dropping back into your normal breath. We'll take the last few minutes of our class to just tap into the sensations that you feel while you're breathing. We all feel our breath a bit differently, so notice. Maybe you feel your stomach muscles drawing in and out. Feeling your belly expand out and draw back in. Maybe you feel some movement in your chest as your lungs fill with air. Feeling the motion of your rib cage. Maybe you're noticing if your breath is really deep and calming right now. And maybe your breath is a bit shorter and shallow. Noticing all without judgment. Just being aware. What energy are you feeling in your practice right now? Perhaps being aware of something that you're holding on to from the day earlier. Use your exhales to just release and drop in. Start to reintroduce some movement to your practice by gently wiggling your fingers and your toes. You can circle out your ankles and your wrists. And take a few neck rolls, eyes stay closed. Just tapping into sensation here. When you're ready, bring your head back to center. Gently blink your eyes open. Placing one palm at heart center and the other palm right on top of that. Just acknowledging you've done something loving and nourishing for your body this evening. I am tickled that someone's dog has joined us. My friend Jen, she's on Instagram Live, so her pup is doing a little breath work with us as well, which is good because pets need a little loving and self-care too. One last breath here. Take a full inhale together and exhale. Release it all out. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. We so appreciate your continued support of this series. We'll be back here next Monday, 6:30 p.m. New topic, new movement. Get into it. By all means, drop us a comment. Keep checking in with us throughout the week. Thank you so much, Jen. Oh, her pup had a little anxiety, so yeah, pup needs to relax too. Thank you, everyone. Take care. Be well. Continue to social distance responsibly if you have to get out. Thank you, Wendy. Hearts to you as well. Everyone, take care. Until next time. Ciao.